Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's episode, I'm going to design and analyze and documenting composite high-rise building using robot structure software. I hope you follow me to the end of training, and please feel free to ask any question under the YouTube description. Let's switch on my robot structure. I select buildings. Step number 1, I create axis into direction X and Y. In X direction I have 0, 3, 9, 15 and 18. Now in this Y direction I use the ABC, as it's similar 3, 9, 15 and 18. In the Z direction, just I switch off now. I come back. Step number 2, I define my story. 20 story by 4 meter. The existing story I want to delete it. Now the story is applied. I look the view. If you see the 3D view, I will go back to my Z. I switch on. Now it's show. Now we are created the axis. Step number 2, we just define the columns. We apply the column, circular column in the corner. Double column EPA column in the inside the building. And HAB in the exterior column in the center of my building. Just I will rotate the two column 90 degree. As you see in the 3D, the column is now finished. I want to see in the color. Let's switch color by section and by length. Now we can see. Now I want to add beam. I speed up the process to save the time. Now I would like to add the secondary beam in my structure. I use the mirror command to copy the column other side. Again, I use the mirror. I would like to see in the 3D view. Again, I move to the plan. I want to add the composite slab on my structure. I want to add the opening in staircase area. If you see, we have some opening in two sides, but I delete the beams in both sides. Now I want to add the columns again. In four corner, the column is circular. I just draw in one side and use the mirror command. The corner column is now finished. Yes, I want to remove not to switch off the axis and levels. I want to add some line. Again, I draw the column, circular column. I want to use the mirror command to save the time. Again, I use the mirror. Now I want to add the releases. I create a release already. That is just apply now. Just I want to check and run one analyze. Everything is perfect. The building is stable. I want to copy columns to the next floor. 0, 0 and 4 in the Z direction. Now it's move. I would like to do some changes in the corner. As it could be a little bit difficult. I want to move to the plan. Now before I move my deck also or slab, before I correct the corner in the plan. Now I use extend command to connect the beams together. I correct my slab or deck also in the corner. Now it's finished. Let's look at the 3D view. Now it's the time to copy the circular column to the next floor. Just I use again the mirror command and horizontal way. I switch off support and in my structure. Again, I add the cladding. Now I use the mirror command to move copy to other side. ZX direction. Again, I apply to the other side of the building. I want to use the mirror command. Now the cladding is applied in the first floor. Again, I want to select all of my cladding and use the mirror command in horizontal. You can see it's moved to the second floor. Now it's the time to copy my structure. I select the both of floor number and number 2. Also in the Z direction I will put the 4 and the number of story I want to copy. It's 9 number, 0 in X and 4 in the Y direction. Now let's copy it. You can see it here. I just delete the last opening in my roof. Again, I switch on my axis and levels, and you can see, and floor by color. You can see the floor by color also. Again, switch off. The time to run analyze to check the structure. Now everything is looking perfectly fine. There is no error. Just I want to check the displacement or deformation or displacement. So 20 millimeter max. It's okay, fine. The next I would like to apply load. I have three cases: live load, dead load, snow load. I go to apply to my structure one by one. I select all of my slab and apply load. The first I add 1 kilonewton additional dead load to all of my slab. Next case is live load. Two kilonewton. Two kilonewton live load as I say earlier. Now it's applied to my structure. The last one is the snow load. It's on in the roof. Two kilonewton. Apply. Now I would like to run the wind simulation. Now the wind simulation is completed. You can see the wind in my structure. I can go in the option also switch also. In each direction I can switch the wind, and you can see it in structure also. Also you can see the value of the win also according the color. You can see it per per kilonewton per square. Now the time to create the load combination. I will generate load combination automatically and check the result. The load combination is now completed. You can see in the table also. I run my analyze and check the forces, reaction force, moment, shear. I will check it. Let's check the first displacement or deflection and SLS combination. We have 34 millimeter in the top of my building. Again, I want to check the reaction forces, but serviceability limit state or ULS. You can see it in the first plan also. Again, I want to check the moment in MY direction. Right. Change my scale. You can see the moment here. And normalize my scale. You can see the maximum moment also in the corner of my computer. You can see FX, normal force also. We can check stress also if you want a stress or torsional. And you can see as a graphic in bar also the member forces. It's a several way to display the result, and you can see in my earlier episode in my channel. Now it's the time to start again to show the separately the load, the moment. Let's take a little bit time because the model is very heavy. Now it's display. You can see the moment and column on my beam. You can display the value also. The maximum moment and my minimum, you can see the corner of my computer. Again, I want to see if X vertical forces. And you can see the F set. You can see the stress, maximum stress, minimum, torsion stress, shear stress also if you want. And the last, I'm going to design the steel member, columns and beam. The first, I want to add some parameter for my column and my beam. Such a buckling length, also deflection. Now I run my analyze. Now I add my combination. I run my steel verification. If you see, everything is looking green, the utilization is completely fine, but it's still working. Remember, in this case, I am just take care of the displacement. We have a limit for this displacement, and for each floor according to Eurocode, a length by divide by 350, and we have on the top we have total length multiply by divide by 500. Let's take the verification take a little bit time because it's very large building. Also depend of the in your computer, also the processor. Now the utilization is completed, everything is looking green. Just if you want to save the you can save it, and you can see the graphically also if you want on maps. I switch off this map. Again, I click on analyze to see the graphically my bars utilization. If you see now, it's available, it's show here. You can see for every member the utilization, because we have a lot of, it's looking like Burj Arab Tower, like Burj Khalifa Tower, but it should be like that. But now everything is finished, our design is completed, and the documentation, because it takes a lot of time, I'm not going to document it in this project, and I will show you in the simple upcoming episode. Also, I have already one video that completely the documentation, complete structure in my YouTube channel. If you want, you can watch it. Thank you for your time. I hope see you in the next episode. Bye.